Hello, Kun Nopon. Thanks for joining the Eye on the Beast program. I would like to start by asking why Wind Energy Holding choose wind as the source of energy in producing electricity in Thailand.
Well, globally, wind is a mainstream of renewable energy. Uh, same, to, same here, even in Thailand, wind should wind is more cost effective than say the solar in terms of the cost per kilowatt hour. And the technology is proven. Wind has been around. The technology has been around for almost 20 years, and it reaches the maturity stage. The wind turbine manufacturer, mostly the lead, at least the leaders, they're the big conglomerate. You have GE, you have Siemens. For instance, that's a lead provider of a wind energy, the generator, wind turbine. So 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 in order to do the large commercial scale power plant like 100 megawatt or so, you need reliable manufacturer to supply you product. It needs to be bankable because you're going to need to lend at least 70% of your project costs from financial institutes. You need big players behind you. So, and it's been, like I said, it's been around for long enough for the lenders to be comfortable with all these technologies and the wind studies.
Currently, the cost of production of electricity by the wind energy is still much considerably higher than the traditional source of fuel, such as benzene, gasoline, or the natural gas. Do you think that in the near future, the cost by producing electricity from wind can become lower in Thailand?
No, it can hardly become lower because you usually start with the best site in the country. So as technology evolve, you go down the path of you go to the lesser, the site with less wind speed. So more or less, hopefully it's compensated. But if not, then the project return goes down a little bit. Basically, that's how it is. So well, basically my answer would be, it depends totally, entirely on the new technology. If 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 the turbine vendor has plowed in a lot of capital to R&D, in the next 4 or 5 years you start seeing turbine with high efficiency. Well, unfortunately, there's crisis in Europe. America is not doing so good, so you don't expect turbine vendors to pour in a lot of money to R&D. So you can hardly expect them to be even more efficiency. This is already very efficient. I'm sorry.
So the cost will depend on whether there will be new technology developed in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you explain to our program now how much energy that your projects now been producing?
We have two twin projects. It rated at 103.5 megawatt each. So together the two projects is 207 megawatt. That tops the biggest wind farm in Southeast Asia. The previous one was 33 megawatt. This is 207. So this is obviously a big project. Right now, on a good wind day like this project, which has a maximum capacity to sell to EGAT at 90 megawatt, would be producing at almost at the rated capacity, meaning right now it probably producing close to the contract capacity already. So that's to give you the idea. Unfortunately, it's not like this every day, especially out of the season. The peak wind comes during winter. It comes with cold weather from China, from the northeastern wind. It lasts only 3 months. It lasts November, December, Jan, then it's gone. Then you have a different direction. Comes with a rainy season, a southwestern wind, probably not this strong, but quite strong. All right, but you don't expect the turbine to generate like this during, say, rainy season. It'll be more like 50 megawatt during rainy season or less. Out of these 2 seasons, it probably produce anywhere between 10, 15 to 30 megawatt only. So basically, that's just to give you the idea that seasonal thing. The productivity is seasonal.
We we see many poles here, tower pole here. How many you have now?
That's 90 wind turbine generators in the perimeter of 24,000 rise. We do not own them. The land belongs to the Department of we call them AURO, the Agricultural Land Reform Office, or SOPOK. They own it. We only rent footprint of each turbine. Each turbine has a footprint of 1 rai, which is about 0.4 acre. That's all. That's a bit of a challenge because it's quite tight.
So whether it's very costly to set up one of these poles?
It is. One turbine like this is 2.3 megawatt, made by Siemens. This one costs 140 million Thai baht.
So how many is this project cost now?
Combined 207 megawatt, it's 13 billion Thai baht.
Okay. So you have mentioned you get support, I guess, from the Ministry of Agriculture. Have you received any support from the Department of Alternative Development, Alternative Energy Development and Efficiency?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have great support from the basically all government agencies, especially the Minister of the Energy and DEDE. DEDE has collaborated with AURO when we found that previously AURO does not allow a business entity to lease a land like this. So DEDE has more or less worked with AURO to amend this regulation in order to make a wind farm operator to be able to lease with AURO. That's one very good example of how DED has actively involved. The minister itself has came out with the support tariff mechanism called the adder. Means you get 3.5 Thai baht per each electricity you generate. That is on top of the wholesale price you get. So that makes project like this economically viable.
How about support from international financial institution? Have you received any?
No, I think Thailand is very fortunate. We have extremely strong financial the institutions and system. Basically, the industry is quite mature, meaning that they understand project financing. Say wind, even a project of this magnitude, it was lent by 2 major banks. I'd like to mention the Siam Commercial Bank and the K Bank. The 2 banks has been been a credit provider, debt provider of this project. Later on, they would syndicate part of the loan to international bank like ICBC from China, but that is later stage. Originally, two Thai banks, only two can fund this project.
Great. And today you have visitor from IFC, International Finance Corporation, and World Bank.
Yep.
Are they do they considering providing financial assistance to your project?
I understand that they can be an equity provider to some project. In this case, we are pretty okay. We basically we do not seek the further equity financing. I think we are okay, but I think it's very nice for IFC to comes in and share their insight and input for the regulatory, the draft, the improvement of the existing frameworks and regulations and laws, and I think they can help Thailand come up with a better rules and regulation regarding renewable energy, because they have tremendous experience from other countries.
So they are not here, and you are not seeking any assistance from
No.
them. Okay,
No.
great. So tell us a bit. What do you have plan to expand your production, your producing electricity in Thailand, and whether you have any plan to expand to our neighbor in Southeast Asia?
Oh, it starts with the expanding this from this area. We already have 207 megawatt. We plan another 600 megawatt up the north.
In Nakhon Ratchasima?
Yes, nearby, right here, 2-3 kilometers to the north. Another 600 megawatt we plan. We have received about 270 megawatt approval from EGAT already. We're seeking another 270.
When that's gonna start?
We scheduled for our COD for the first 270 megawatt at second quarter 2016. But remember when 16.
16.
16.
Okay.
Because they need to improve the grid a little bit in order to accommodate that kind of power. And when we have a contract megawatt of 270 megawatt, it means we actually build a lot more. We might build 350 because there's a lot of loss in the system, loss due to the less air density, loss to wake effects, and turbines in different locations, they have different wind speed and they're unlikely to peak at the same time, so we want to take advantage of that. So technically, you can overbuild your nameplate capacity is always more than your contract capacity. The 270 megawatt I mentioned is actually a contract capacity. When you actually build it, like I said, you go for 300 or more. So meaning, if you have 270 megawatt approved, and then 270 megawatt to be approved, that's in the nameplate capacity. That's more than 600 megawatt.
Okay. Look, last issue that I just asked you. Any plan to expand to our neighbor in Southeast Asia?
Sorry, I missed that one. Yes, actually, we are looking into Vietnam at this moment. I went to Vietnam and talked to many project owners, and yes, I think we would come in and acquire an equity stake in a good development asset in Vietnam.
Any time frame?
Well, basically, we want to wait for the support mechanism to be in place. We also very interested in India. So we would probably start with Vietnam and or India within the next couple of years. We are aiming for 500 megawatt within the next 5-6 years within Asia alone. We also plan to go for Eastern European countries, some European countries, or America, or South America. So basically, we have big plan. We want to be a global player, but that's a very long-term goal.
It seems that the energy, wind energy holdings have a great plan for expansion in Thailand, in Southeast Asia, and globally. Thank you very much, Kun Nopon, for joining Anorbis. I hope that we will be able to talk to you again in the near future. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Thank you.